What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 78 of my Total Warhammer 3 modded Kroq-Gar campaign. So as we saw last time, an unexpectedly nice battle for Mr. Kyluk outside of Spectazuma as the enemy attacked him there, and he's still in siege, right? The enemy army is inside of control center. Did that break our siege? What the heck? Because he doesn't look like he's sieging anymore. He doesn't have the number. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, and it's bugged. Well, that's very, very irritating. Yeah, well, I guess Kairos screwed us even further because Kairos halted our frickin' faction last episode, and now we can move no longer and do nothing for an entire turn. A very, very valuable turn at that, especially so late into the game and so close to the end game scenario. But it is what it is. We will overcome. Anyway, the curse of Kairos may have been a noise, but despite the fact that we got a curse, the old ones giveth and they taketh away, or just in this particular case, giveth us Oxyotl is finally willing to confederate, so we're gonna take the confed, even if he can't move. Oh well. We'll take it. And there we go. Confederation, Last Defenders, and the Ghost of Pahwak's ally loses outpost, and you are stuck outside, and you have no blessed units, but that's okay. We could get you some blessed skink skirmishers, but I'm gonna think about what exactly it is that we want to do with you. Actually, oh, you got 20 research rate. Swell. We're going to reset you in a second. I want to see what Oxyotl does for us. Melee attack when fighting against the Warriors of Chaos, Demons of Chaos, and Norska, and various other buffs. Attributes skink. Infantry gets stalk unspottable for chameleon stalkers and snipe for chameleon skinks. So stalkers and skinks get much stronger when in his when in tow. We also get an upkeep reduction for trogs, coatl, and skink oracles. And a massive amount of increased missile resistance to trogs, coatl, and skink oracles as well. Alright, so I guess it's all in on the chameleon skinks rather than skirmishers. And skinks and stalkers, I should say. Yeah, alright, fair enough. Reset you, my Oxyotl friend, now that you're finally willing to join us. And I guess, you know what? We then no longer need Pateka Vet to... well, you know what? I guess we can still send him to a never-ending chasm. And I guess we could trade the chameleon skinks out of this army to Oxyotl. He's still gonna need other skinks, and can he actually build chameleons? Oh, right. Even though he's in an uninhabitable wasteland, we actually, we can't really recruit here. Well, at the very least, he can still... Just do it. Oh, wait. Do the points give him the ability to recruit them at a higher level, I guess is the question. Armor-piercing missile damage plus 50% for all skink infantry. Oh, well, that's just swell. Anyway, ancient knowledge, research rate plus 20. Hunter of nightmares, I guess, while we're here. Hidden nuisance, greatly reduced chance of being detected while in ambush stance, and all those lovely unstoppable stalk and snipe buffs. Upkeep reductions, and unlocks recruitment skink oracle all provinces. Oh, that's actually quite interesting as well. And behind enemy lines for you. We also have enemies, weapons, and poison of the warp, slow death, draining hit points, ammunition for assigned skink, blowpipe, or javelin unit. What do you mean assigned? Huh. I never played Oxyotl. Oh, he has these things as ancillaries. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Huh, I guess the... oh, wow, he has plenty of... well, he only has one fire blood toxin. Interesting, but tons of demon bane. Okay, while Demon Bane is probably more useful against Kairos, I would imagine. Although slow death effect, draining hit points. Say, he doesn't have that himself, does he? No, it doesn't seem so. Alright, well, we'll have to try those out to see how effective they are, and then pop those in there. Wait. Oh, we only... huh. Wait, 1 second. Just out of curiosity. Is it... only Oxyotl can equip these, but he can't equip more than one of each. Huh. Okay, well, I guess we'll just have one of each then. A little bit unfortunate on that, but, oh well, and, huh. Toadskin Essence, what does this do? Discouraged. Ah, I see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, the fact that they're there is going to be kind of annoying. Can we fuse these? No. We can salvage them, but it's not like we really need the 250 gold. And, well, I guess we can't move, so we can't really do anything other than buildings and diplomacy, so that's what we are going to do. And I guess accept submissions as well. Daemonhunters the Black, accept the mission? Sure, why not? It's the only mission we had. Nope, Border Princess also had one. Let's go Deathmaster Snitch. Just to try to keep an eye on him. Yeah, he's probably going to go around this way, isn't he? We're going to need to move south and actually try to deal with him. This one army is not enough here. And Kroq-Gar is too far away, although Kroq-Gar will just rampage through Snitch's territories. I was hoping to get to the Blessed Dread, but not to worry. Once we're done here, these reinforcements, or at least one or two of these armies, will move down into the sea lane and help Kroq that way. And I was expecting Tehenaman to do the same thing, but I guess that's not relevant until we can move again. I hate Kairos. Alrighty, Geomantic Locus up and running. Let's get that ziggurat of the old ones, expensive though it may be. It's never going to get any cheaper. We are also going to build, let's see, we don't have a Temple of Xhotl here. Not a lot of money, but Lamia is our biggest cash cow province, so if nothing else, we want whatever stuff makes us the most money. Income from post-battle loot faction wide. You know what, we probably do want another one of these buildings. I'm just not sure that we want one of them here. And I don't think anything else gives us money, does it? Upkeep, production, growth in all adjacent provinces, yeah, no, nothing. So really only the Temple of Xhotl, but at 190 gold per turn it also doesn't feel like it's worth building, so I think I'd rather build a Sacrificial Altar of Sotek and a Taming Pen. We could also go for the Temple Guard Barracks, though, for the additional Saurus bonuses. You know what, we have the Pyramids of Xhotl pretty much everywhere. We do need to keep building these, so I think we'll build that instead. Alrighty, Shifting Sands, Floating Gardens for you, and you're nearly tier 5. Well, that's just lovely. Swavely, I mean. You are going to go for the Temple of Xhotl, though I probably... I went Lodestone here and Lodestone here, but Temple of Xhotl here. You know what, I think I built the wrong one. Should have built a lodestone here, and yes, this generates decent amounts of cash, but we have enough provinces to make the to make these more worth it than the temples of Xhotl. So yeah, Xhotl, you are going to go for Temple Nexus, and thus no longer require your meat storage call. Death Pass, let's upgrade you to tier 5 as well. Ooh, lots of high tier upgrades, which means our money is dropping quick. We also no longer need the insect breeding farms. We are going to get another one of these lodestones and another one of these grand plazas, the Jungles of the Gods. Let's get you a Skink Barrio. Western Border Princes, yes to your stone marker. Guanji Valley, just upgrade everything. To simplify the thought process. Also, Talantula, you no longer need these walls because you're not really bordering the enemy anymore. And Quitax, you no longer need these walls either. You're middle territory, so yeah, screw that. Skink favelas slash barrios slash whatever that version of that particular thing is. Talashland, you probably also no longer need this. I'm just taking a look at places that no longer... Monument of Xhotl. Yeah, you don't need the spawn pools of the Braves. Just taking a look at stuff that is no longer necessary before we continue in terms of these defenses that were once necessary but are no longer going to be in use. And I think we're good. I mean, Kayaks is probably also never going to get attacked by anything. Although, you know what? Let's just keep it here just in case something horrible happens with regards to our fight against Clan Pestilence. If Gorok dies and then we need to reinforce and rebuild the armies. Anyway, let's see what we have here. Yes to the Geomantic Pylon and yes to the Old One Monument. I don't see how we have a choice in those two. Talea, let's go for another Geomantic Spire there. Jungle of the Webs, or of Webs rather. You are going to get your money upgrade. You are going to get a Geomantic Locus or Pylon, the basic version of that. Oh, and you have your insect breeding farm as well. Pirates Current. Yeah, it's a coastal territory, so we'll upgrade you. And ooh, look at that. Money's almost gone. We have iron being built in Blackstone Post. And you know what, this is probably so far away from anybody that we probably don't need the Geomantic Locus. And on top of that, we will never have the entire province, as these guys will never give up Grung Zint. Although, what if we go up here, grab Kurun and Langia, and try to trade it back to them? Maybe. Who knows? Alright, well, for now, either way, let's go for Old One Monument, I think, as the places... Well, let's not collect income here either. Ayamara Swamps. Oh, also because of the Confederation, obviously we have a Confederation debuff. And that's going to hurt our public order in a lot of places, which is bad for our research rate, but what can you do? High Sentinel, definitely prioritize the iron mining pit, but obviously build defenses right afterwards. And Lands of Stone and Steel, or Steel and Stone, no, Stone and Steel, you are the second last. I'd actually like to, you know what, let's just trade one Chong to you, Northern Provinces. Right now, it's only worth a 9. We're not even going to take your money. Do you want to join our wars, though? Cult of Pleasure. Minus 7.4, okay. How about Oracles of Tzeentch? 3.7. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Just take it. Just take it. We'll see how these guys react to this, or whether Miao Ying tries to defend it, but we gotta power these guys up before Cathay is completely destroyed. Siege equipment is where? Oh, well, it doesn't matter because we can't do anything about it. Because we can't even attack in this. I feel like when you're already besieging, you should still be able to move, but it's just such an annoying ability. We're saving the Rite of Sotek. Ooh, we could pop another Rite of Awakening. Well, if we have enough money. Wait, we are... 6 turns and the end is nigh, Maybe we save the Rite of Awakening for after the Rite of Sotek, because we'll need this up and running for as long as the endgame scenario is up. Anyway, skip outpost available with the elves, yeah, the wood elves. Those wood elves in particular that we don't need to deal with. Damage building, outpost upgrade, building upgrade, and end the turn. Let's see where we get attacked on the basis of this damn movement blockage. And one of them is a Drillian. Drylan is definitely going to attack over there. What's Castelton going to do? He wants us to join war against the Legion of Chaos. I mean, we could, but we're nowhere near this place, and we don't care, frankly. If we have to go up there, we will, but it's not going to happen right now. Knobbly Gorge is definitely going to fall. Can't do anything about it. And Swamp Town again? Oh, these guys again? Okay, fine. Just do your thing at Swamp Town. Alright, you're gonna hit Knobbly Gorge there, Lokir. No, he's not. Oh, has he gone past it? Oh, no. I hope he's not going to bypass it to go for the Dragon Isles in particular. That wouldn't be great. And Pyrrhic Victory. Mazda Mundi, ooh, well, Marcus Wolfhard has returned, and they've got themselves a fairly nice stack again. Do we trust in the jungles to bail us out of this again? There's no guarantee that we, well, terrain is jungle. So we might still be able to approach via jungle, but we gotta be wary of the hellstorms. Nonetheless, I think Mazda Mundi wants this, and so Mazda Mundi is gonna take what he wants. Alrighty, here we go. I gotta say, it's going to be very, very bizarre seeing this battle essentially from the other side, as in compared to my Karl Franz campaign, to see Marcus versus Mazda Mundi, but playing as Mazda instead of Marcus. And while their names both also start with an M, so that'll just lead to additional confusion. So if I confuse Mazda with Marcus or Mundi with yes, you see what I mean, with Marcus, oh well then, you will know why. Anyway, here we go. The setup is reasonably simple, at least with our main force, and it's just going to try to rush towards this jungle area here. We got to decrease the amount of value the enemy can get out of their range units, so we're going to want to tie them up, A, and B, we want to by and large destroy most of Marcus's army before the secondary force arrives with those real strong reinforcements, units, or at the very least, keep them busy a little bit while we drop spells on them. We do have our 3 units of Cold One Spear Riders in the background. They're going to hold ground a little bit until everybody is engaged, and then smash into the enemy back line. At least that's the plan. We will, well, we'll see if it works out. Anyway, heading directly into the jungles where the lizards feel most at home, and where we hopefully have the advantage against the enemy range units. Mazdamundi getting hit by some of those pistoliers, though the barrier on Zalak as yet holding. I do wish that a few characters like Mazdamundi would have like Tzeentch similar capabilities, where they have the way to massively recharge their barrier, for example by casting spells, but I feel like if Mazdamundi, with the amount of HP that Zlak already has, could recharge his barrier, he'd just be impossible to kill. Kind of like one of the reasons why Village is one of the tankiest lords apparently in the game, or at least pretty up there, and just so difficult to bring down, and because, well, I guess he's also a smaller model, so it's difficult to pin him down with range, but he's also constantly casting and replenishing his barrier. Anyway, here we go. Mazdamundi's still getting focused down by a lot of units, but the Saurus are in it to win it now, and the enemy is, while not quite yet tied up, we're getting there. Soon it'll be time to send forth our range units. Our units of skink cohorts, these are not chameleon skinks, skink cohorts is the word, are getting into position. One did get charged by a unit of Empire Knights, but unfortunately for that Empire Knights, they got a little bit surrounded. Blowguns to the back, javelins to the front, not a great place you want to be. There we go, and the Empire Knights are reasonably weak, and the cohorts are reasonably strong, and that one does go to our favor, even though it doesn't feel like it should. You know, when a unit of Empire Knights charges a little unit of skink cohorts, it feels like it probably should go in the skink cohort, or in the Knight's favor. Anyway, the reinforcements are arriving on the field. Mazda is actually standing in the middle of the fray now, not directly attacking, but he was waiting to start dropping spells on the arriving units. So he's going to start with that super burning head. I don't remember the name of the spell exactly, but the Bound Army ability that Mazdamundi has, and he's going to follow that up with a ruination of cities. In the meantime, we've got our bird boys, our not Ripperdactyls, but Pterodon Riders with Fire Leech Bolas dropping their bombs everywhere they can, and following that up with Fire Leech Bolas. Got to do as much damage to this army as they get on the field before they start helping out their friends. We've also moved in to pop that Ancient Mine so that nobody who's taking damage right now is going to be routing, and Mazdamundi's actually going to move in to try to help out on this side. It's not all going our way, however, as the Pterodon Riders with Fire Leech Bolas are both below half HP and in reasonably bad shape, and the balance of power remains in the enemy's favor at about 40-45 percentage for us. Looks like this unit of Saurus Spears is going to rout soon. We're trying to keep them up and running with that harmonic convergence, giving them lots of extra armor, melee defense, and attack, and at the very least against the crossbows, they should be able to hold a while yet and allow our skink cohorts to continue pelting the enemy with those javelins. Over on this side, our Saurus are continuing to fight, including our Star Temple, or Star Chamber rather, Guardians, who are actually down to about half HP as well, and are now let's see, properly engaged, but also in danger if we allow them to continue to get surrounded, though not so much from the crossbows, but anything like great swords or these Sigmarite disciples. We also have our second Slan moving onto the field. We waited with our Cold One Riders, I think a little bit too long. I was originally just waiting to hit the enemy in the back with them when we were engaged, but then I figured, you know what, just in case the Empire Knights or somebody else comes after the Slan Mage, we should probably escort the Slan Mage with the Cold One Riders, but it didn't apparently get needed, so I probably should have advanced those guys a little bit faster, but it's okay. We're gonna try to drop a Comet of Cassandora, but it's going to collide with the canopy of one of the trees, unfortunately, and achieve nothing. Ooh, that really hurts, because I was hoping to drop it on the enemy artillery pieces up here so that they couldn't fire. That said, we are still focusing down the artillery pieces with plenty of javelins, as all of our skink cohorts are trying to go after the crew. They are firing back, by which I mean mean the enemy artillery, but hopefully they will be forced off the field reasonably quickly. Still getting a lot of mileage out of the skink cohorts, and like I said last episode, when the skink cohorts took out that steam tank, by and large, they're still doing a great job. Don't underestimate the little skinks. Alrighty, and that artillery piece is nearly done for as well, and will fire no more. The Saurus, this one heroic unit of Saurus, still managing to hold the line down to about 25%, maybe lower HP, and granted we have used Harmonic Convergence and Apotheosis on them to heal them and keep them up, but still, damn, great job to the one unit of Saurus we sent to hold that entire army back. Marcus's army in the meantime is also in pretty bad shape. We've run out of ammunition on our skink cohorts and have forced them into melee, and our Cold One Riders are finally here to pick up the slack and hit the enemy in the back. Pick up the slack, I should say. Not that that's possible. Although I feel like Mazdamundi could probably use his telekinetic powers to pick up slack with his mind, if he really felt like it. If he can move continents, he can probably move one Zlag. But who knows? Maybe Zlak is sufficiently blessed by the old ones to be resistant to that sort of thing. Anyway, here come the Cold One Riders. Pyakador is moving in to help as well. He has Piercing Bolts Burning to apply, as well as buffs to the rest of our units via the, the sword buff, I think. I'm just trying to remember what spells we have him currently with. He should have the Flaming Sword of Ruin. He's level 6 after all. No, he has Cascading Fire Cloak and Piercing Bolts. Okay, so he does not have Sword. Yeah, so you see, this is why I hesitated. Alrighty, but on the bright side, the balance of power has finally shifted in our favor. Out here, Stig Holdorf, the second Huntsman General, is surrounded by our Cold One Spears, and I believe Marcus is in a similar situation out here by the other Cold One Spear Riders, as well as the Saurus Warriors. Our Temple Guardians are also a little bit more healed up than they were before. We've dropped a couple of Apotheoses on them, and they're up to about 3/4 of their HP, and have seen off those Sigmarite Disciples. 'Twas glowing weapons versus glowing weapons for a while there, but it looks like the old one's ancient magics have proven to be superior than the Sigmarite's faith. Another Burning Head coming in through the line of enemy units that remains, probably doing great damage to the enemy's crossbows at the very least, though not so much towards the Empire Knights. We can keep them off, especially since we've seen that our skink cohorts can dish out damage. We've also managed to break through in the back line with additional units of skink cohorts, and they are now able to chase down the enemy units that were in bad shape with regards to their morale. Mazdamundi's still fighting, but it looks like the battle is very much significantly going our way now, at about 80%, and just a few more hits, just a few more routes, and the battle should be ours. Fantastic. A fairly decent fight, and yes, just like that, the battle is indeed ours. I guess I spoke not too soon. I did not speak too soon? Something along those lines. There's a phrase I'm looking for. Not a moment too soon. There we go. I was conflating that with spoke too soon and not a moment too soon, but anyway. Yeah. Alright, if I were to play that again, I'd commit the Cold One Spear Riders a little bit earlier. But at the end of the day, it didn't really end up costing us all that much. And Pyakador would have probably been safe either way. Marcus and the other Huntsman General are clearly being hunted down, and we really could have used that before. Though, to be fair, Cold One Spear Riders would have probably spent most of that time chasing down crossbows and stuff anyway, which kind of got forced into melee anyway, and if anything, I'm not entirely sure that they are good help when in melee. Obviously, they don't do much damage, but they may act as a little bit of a meat shield, but at the same time, when they're forced into melee, and they're sort of interspersed with formations of other melee troops, that means that they can't really, as in the other melee troops, like the Greatswords and the Sigmarite Disciples, they have trouble having models hitting the enemy as well, even if they do have the additional meat shield. And with us having massive spell superiority, it's not a great thing. They would have liked to do damage fast rather than to hold the line longer. So anyway, the close victory for us. We certainly took damage, but at the end of the day, I don't believe we lost anything, and both the enemy armies are seen off in this. Well, let's just say this completely screws the faction over. Finally, I don't believe we'll be seeing much more of them. Alrighty, ooh, a Talisman of Preservation. Well, that's a very nice reward and is probably going to go to Mazdamundi himself, as he most certainly did earn it. Wolfheart and his hunters have been destroyed, and I think we will not be seeing them again, though unfortunately the settlement garrison does remain in reasonably decent shape, and I'm not sure that we can still destroy it. Also, I'm hoping that the bug doesn't happen again and allow them to heal up, because we are stuck where we are. I guess we're about to find out. Okay, Grimgor, what you want, bud? You want peace treaty? We do not. Even though we do have bigger fish to fry than you, Grimgor, at this point, let's just say there's no purpose to be served. And now it looks like Mazdamundi is still sieging, unlike the bug that happened out here where the siege stopped. And at the very least, that means that you won't be able to recover. Military alliance with you, Southern Realms? No. It was already kind of an issue to get that defensive alliance going with you, in that I didn't really want to. And Drellin rather, moved away from Knobbly Gorge. I wasn't expecting that, but I am happy about it. Marcus Wolfheart, missile resistance. I don't know whether both of these apply, but that's swell. And in fact, a fairly strong buff for Mazdamundi, because he is generally vulnerable. Let's see. Ready for duty, boss. Keen, Pragiol. Isoko Rizmate is back. Ooh. And that's one of the ones we've been waiting for. Oh, come on. Dangerous winds, miscast chance and research rate. And of course, this frickin' pops up right when the end is nigh. So we'll have 5 turns of dangerous winds while the end is nigh. A game is really trying to screw us here. But anyway, Isoko Rizmate, you will be leading the defense of the Misty Mountain, I think, against the respawn of all the clan Moors. I just realized we don't have defenses at Karakazgal, so that'll also probably be a problem. And, well, we can't let them go to Lamia because we didn't build defenses there either. It's gonna be an interesting time. Otherwise, let's see if anything else interesting is happening right now. Oxyotl. Wait, did I not? I could have sworn I tried to recruit Chameleon Stalkers with you. Did I can't? Oh, I canceled them. I'm an idiot. Right. Well, too late now. Also, you're gonna obviously get Skirmisher for Skinks, Chameleon, Skinks, and Stalkers. And I don't know what else is going to be in your army, but it's probably of the Coatl and Troglodon variety. Either way, start building up, my friend. Too bad there's no such thing as Blessed Chameleon Stalkers. A little bit of disappointment that there isn't, but oh well. Who is Uldo rather more in here? It's a Skink Chief with the Perceptive trait, which is awful, so you can go away. You can go away, thank you. We'll get another one. I probably should have checked your items, but it's too late now. Hopefully we got them back. You, Relican, are going to move down the coastline like so, while we're here. And you're going to move into Kelp Oxyotl and swap some of those units around, while Hydroxy rather, starts moving up here. But we'll do that in a bit. What I want to really see right now is, oh, this guy still has heroes. We really need to catch that Black Ark. What I want to see is a Spectazuma. Yeah, it's no longer under siege. That is so dumb. It is so dumb. But it should be weak enough for these two to be able to auto-resolve it, especially since I think we've well and truly dealt them their final blows with Kylok's battle against this garrison last episode. Oh wow, that did a lot more damage than I thought it would, but well. And then Mazdamundi's against the Hunters. Province secure the Creeping Jungle, including Spectazuma, wherein we will build this Gem Cutter's Workshop. Let's also get that alive into monuments. And we will keep the Temple of the Old Ones, but we will get rid of this. And I'm tempted to get rid of the meat storage hall here and build it here instead. But the growth. That's okay. We'll go without the public order thing. Hopefully it won't make much of a difference. And now Mazda. Oh, hello, Marathi. I have to wonder if she can reach Pahwax. And what does she have in her army? Well, she does have some stuff. It would be safer, most likely, to move Furak towards Mazdamundi rather than attacking the floating pyramid, which is what I wanted to do. So instead, we could either try to siege it with Kylok or keep him here so that he can actually heal up, and then attack together with Tlashbok next turn. I think we're going to play it safe just in case Marathi goes for us. You're going to steal tech, and I was really hoping to get these guys completely destroyed, and by these guys I mean the Hunts Marshal's expedition this episode, but it looks like we're going to have to wait until next one, as it is not looking like it's possible. You're also unlikely to succeed at stealing the tech, so let's move you up here. Alright, so then what we're going to do is, yes, we're going to auto-resolve this, but we're going to do so with Farak's army, and by Farak's army I really mean Mazdamundi's army. So you're gonna go here, Farak. We'll leave the High Sentinel. There's no way these guys get enough of a garrison up to do anything. And man, I want to send Farak to grab this Skull Reef, but needs must and all. Go here. Now you can auto-resolve. I would think. Don't screw us, game. Really, seriously, don't screw us. Okay, well, Farak's army is fine, which is the main thing. Alrighty, and we're gonna occupy it. Pahwak's return to the lizards. Fantastic. Very, very nice. And hey, a Rod of the Storm for Pyakador. He's not going to hold on to that. That's going to go to Tlashbog's caster, because he is the Thunderer, and, well, it makes sense. What we then want to do is transfer Farak and Mazdamundi. Swap these units out. So, this for this. Mazdamundi will have space for 2 units, which are going to be the his Soroskar vets. We still need to get those in there. And you know what? Farak, this army is probably still sufficient to attack the Skull Reef, and we have all these Cold One Spear Riders. Maybe we can ferry all this stuff back somewhere and then turn that into a cavalry army, which I've been wanting to do. Or we could give it to Pyakador for now. Yeah, you know what? Let's trade it to Pyakador so that he can do stuff on his own, like so. And the rest of the stuff will probably be swapped out. Oh, you know what? I know that's only 1 unit, but carry the Blessed Chameleon's Kinks down to Oxyotl now that we have him. Also, are we able to get... Nah, Skink Chiefs. Not what I was hoping for. Oh, there's a tough Skink Chief, though. I was hoping for Source Scarvets. Mazdamundi needs them, but we don't have anything nearby that can build them, do we? We have to build them out of Itza. Alright, well, that's pretty far away, but it is what it is. Also, with that, I do believe we're pretty much out of time, and I am going to have to call the episode here. We can move again, and we're going to have to figure out what we want to do with that. There's lots of stuff to do next episode, and 5 more turns remaining until the end is nigh proceeds. So, yeah, prep has to ramp up. Sorry to the Western provinces, as it looks like we won't be able to rescue them. I mean, I guess we could try to book it down here, but do we really want to leave these guys alone? I don't know. Why is this caravan just sitting here with a full stack? We're probably gonna... Oh, it's not a caravan, it's a rebel thing. Alright, yeah, well... I still think we probably want to hit Wei Jin and then go back around like this, but these guys might be dead by the time we get there. I don't know, but I guess we'll figure it out, so stay tuned for that and more lizards in general. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.